Hi everyone, it's Jolie again, back with you for grounding part 2. And thank you so much for giving me permission to work with you and to teach you how to ground. Okay, so let's get started. Remember to please bring your awareness right now to your sit bones, because right in between your sit bones is your first chakra, known as the Muladhara, as we touched on in our last video. I'm going to take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose again, and out through your mouth. Last one, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And now, you either visualize, you feel, or you hear if you're clairaudient, or maybe you can do all three. Your grounding cord, a grounding cord of a natural fiber of some kind of an earth essence, such as a tree trunk, a beam of light, a tongue of water, or a rope. I like to use a tree trunk. And I imagine this tree trunk being 6 inches in diameter, which is about right for your grounding cord. It attaches itself. I command it to be so, because we are working with our centers of energy, which is what some call a soul architecture, which deals with the intangible or the spiritual, emotional realm. And so things happen very quickly. They can happen very quickly in this visualization, creative visualization space. So we command our grounding cord to attach itself to our first chakra, 6 inches in diameter, traveling at the speed of light. We feel it, we see it, or we hear it, going through each layer of Mother Earth until it hits her core and it roots herself in this semi-permeable essence. And I used to kind of have an issue with, how do I root myself into Mother Earth? But the moment that you get to her center, she knows exactly what to do. And she roots you in there. And you see your roots spread out, whatever they may be. And one of the beautiful things about the spiritual energy is once you know how to ask, and once you know what to ask for, it works with you to materialize whatever it is that you request. So let's learn how to work with this essence so that we can move our life forward and really meet our goals and our dreams. In my experience, I had problems with my reproductive organs, which is definitely an issue of the first chakra. And in working with my energy centers, I was able to have children that they told me that I wouldn't have. So I really know that this works. So when you take a moment to root your feet on the ground, put your hands palms up on your thighs, and feel your grounding cord attached to your first chakra and root into Mother Earth, traveling at the speed of light. And take a few moments to feel what that feels like. Feel the warmth, the nurturing, and the love of Mother Earth. Doesn't that feel fantastic? And now, as we did in the first video, we're going to clean off our grounding cord, because we want to make sure that no one else's energy is attached. It is our own grounding cord, singular, belonging to us. And just know that anywhere you go, the grounding cord goes with you. And some of the ways we know that we need to ground, or we need to take a minute and do it, is if we're reading and we've forgot a few pages back what we read and we have to go back and reread. If we're driving and we miss our turn or our off-ramp on the freeway, if we're eating too many potatoes, too much carbohydrates, we need to ground. If we're having lower back pain, pain in our hips or our knees, autoimmune issues, reproductive organ problems, these are all due to us failing to ground, failing to work with the energies in our first chakras. But now that we have awareness and we have an understanding, we can now gain knowledge as to how to work with these centers of energy to help us move forward with grace and ease. And so now we must clean our grounding cord. And for me, I like to use the visual of scrubbing bubbles. That was a commercial that I saw as a kid, and it was quite magical in that you would think you could spray it on the bathtub and it would clean it off. Well, when working with the energy fields, you can do that, and it will become magical, and it will clean it, beautifully clean it with the gold light. And we use the color of gold to engage our tools because this is the cosmic universal life force energy. And this is from the divine. And so gold represents that divinity and that working with spirit. And so I see these golden scrub brushes, golden scrubbing bubbles around my grounding cord, traveling in a circular motion at the speed of light, going down my grounding cord. And when it gets into the bottom, they fall away and they go into Mother Earth, turning into universal creative life force energy for anyone to use. So take a moment, clean your grounding cord, and then feel what that feels like. To be rooted, grounded, stabilized, and in the present moment, which is the point of power. You no longer have yesterday, and you don't yet have tomorrow. But what you have is right now. And right now you have the power to transform your energy so that you have more influence and more control over your life. And now, once our grounding cord is attached to our first chakra and 6 inches in diameter, rooted into Mother Earth, and clean and sparkly, we're going to put a golden sun above our head, which is in essence the cosmic divine life force energy, which is in all of us, which connects all of us to each other and to the divine. We put this golden sun above our head, and we feel, we see, or we hear our crown chakra open, and we allow this sun down, going down into our skull, all the way down in our bodies, traveling at the speed of light down our grounding cord. And any excess we give to Mother Earth, and we say, thank you, Mother Earth, for loving us, for nurturing us, for nourishing us. Take a moment and feel what that feels like, to have that gold, cosmic, universal creative life force energy fill up your grounding cord and connect you and root you to Mother Earth. It's a powerful feeling. It's a feeling of being able to manifest and influence and tap into the highest and best that you have to offer. We have to offer. And just know that these tools work with the laws of quantum mechanics, meaning that the moment you observe, it can change. It changes. So why not visualize and observe goodness and positivity That can be a challenge at times for us because of the programming and the belief systems that we may hold. However, it can all be removed once we learn how to work with our centers of energy. So we're going to bring our awareness now that we're grounded and our grounding cord is engaged and illuminated and filled with gold light and rooted and stabilized into Mother Earth, filled with the highest affinity. Bring our awareness into our first chakra, which once again is between those sit bones. And you're going to close your eyes if you can, or you can leave them open. And you're just going to see, feel, or hear, or all three, the color red. The smell of a red rose. And engage this chakra and feel what that feels like. Maybe you feel some heat, maybe you feel some tingling energy, or maybe a chill. Whatever it is, become aware of your body and the energy centers that are in it. Work to bring your awareness back to self, not in a selfish way. Running energy and doing these things allows us to learn a sense of selflessness, where our ego will default to our higher self, which has our highest and best in its forefront. We are beings filled with infinite potential for positivity. The possibilities are limitless, but we must be aware and understand so that we can gain knowledge into how to work with ourselves, to influence and control our lives, to reach our goals and manifest our dreams. Just take a moment once again to take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth.